Okay, Wildcats. Today we're looking at journal page 45, adding and subtracting rational expressions. Adding and subtracting rational expressions steps. Step 1, factor the denominator. Step 2, find the common denominator and multiply by a special one. Step 3, simplify the numerator. Step 4, factor the numerator and divide out common factors. All right. Example 1, given a rational expression, identify the excluded values by finding the zeros of the denominator. Okay, so we're going to set the denominator equal to 0. And the reason we're doing that is if I graph 1 divided by 0, you can see it's undefined. Okay, so anything divided by 0 is undefined. So we want to find out what makes this expression undefined. Okay, so we know x squared is 2 parentheses. Okay, now we know x and x makes x squared. Now we figure out what numbers multiply to give you negative 6 combined to be 5. Since the middle number is positive, the bigger number is positive. So let's try negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Negative 1 plus 6 is 5. We have our negative 6 and our 5, so our factors are x minus 1, x plus 6. So we set x minus 1 equal to 0, x plus 6 equal to 0. Add 1 to both sides. You get x equals 1. Subtract 6 from both sides. X equals negative 6. So our excluded values are 1 and negative 6. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next example. All right, simplify the given expression. Now, first off, we want to write the x in front. So we're going to rewrite this as negative 9x minus 9 divided by x squared minus 2x minus 3. And then we're going to start factoring. We can factor out a negative 9 from each of these terms, which leaves x plus 1 divided by, okay, we know x squared is 2 parentheses, x and x. Now we need to figure out what numbers multiply to give you negative 3 combined to be negative 2. Since the middle number is negative, the bigger number is negative. So 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So we have negative 3, negative 2. Our factors are x plus 1, x minus 3. Let's rewrite this as negative 9 divided by x plus 1 divided by, we're going to go ahead and put the x plus 1 divided by x plus 1. And then x minus 3. Now, to understand what I'm going to do next, let me just kind of use Desmos to explain something. 1 divided by 1 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. X divided by x is 1. Okay? So anything divided by itself is 1. So this divided by this is 1. Okay? So this becomes negative 9 divided by x minus 3. So the simplified expression is negative 9 divided by x minus 3. All right, go ahead and finish up example 2. Take a look at the next example. Add the given expression, simplify each result, noting the combined excluded values. Okay. Now, before we do anything else, we have to have the same denominator. Okay. To find the common denominator, we multiply the denominators, which can be rewritten as x plus 1 times x. Okay. So that's what our denominator needs to be for both, okay? So before I do anything else, I'm going to rewrite this as 9 divided by x plus 1 plus, now I want to go and rewrite this as negative x plus 1 divided by x. And I'm going to put this in parentheses and this in parentheses. Okay, now in order to have the same denominator, I need to multiply this by x divided by x. Now we have this the common denominator, and I need to multiply this by x plus 1 divided by x plus 1. Now they have the same common denominator, okay? And I can do that because remember, anything divided by itself is 1. So I haven't changed this, okay? I'm just manipulating it, okay? So now let's simplify. X times 9 is 9x. And then plus x times x plus 1. Now here I need to multiply this. Okay, so let's go ahead and FOIL. So negative x times x is negative x squared. Negative x times 1 is minus x. 1 times x is plus x. 1 times 1 is plus 1. And that's divided by x times x plus 1. Now, since these have the same denominator, we can combine the numerators. So this is 9x. Now, this and this cancel, okay? So we're left with 9x minus x squared plus 1 divided by x times x plus 1. Now let's reorder this. So this becomes negative x squared plus 9x plus 1 divided by x times x plus 1. Now you never want to have a negative x squared. You want to factor out the negative 1. So that becomes negative 1 parentheses x squared minus 9x minus 1 divided by x times x plus 1. Now this can be factored, so that's negative 1 parentheses parentheses divided by x plus 1 Now we know x and x makes x squared. Now we need to figure out what numbers multiply to give you negative 1 but combine to be negative 9. Well, the only combination to make negative 1 is 1 times negative 1, which is negative 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So this doesn't factor. Okay, so that's as simplified as it can be. So the given expression is negative 1 parentheses x squared minus 9x minus 1 divided by x times x plus 1. Now, to find the excluded values, we just set the denominator equal to 0. So x equals 0. That's one of the excluded values. X plus 1 equal to 0. Subtract 1. X equals negative 1. All right, go ahead and finish up example 3. All right, let's take a look at example 4. Subtract the given expression, simplifying each result and noting the combined excluded values, okay? So first off, we always want to write this with the x's front, but in this case, I'm worried about doing that because there's a negative there. Okay, so we're just going to leave this alone. Okay, but I'm going to rewrite this as 7 divided by x plus 6 minus, I'm going to put this in parentheses, 6 minus x divided by x. Now, to find the common denominator, we just multiply x plus 6 times x, which that is our common denominator. So I need to multiply this by x divided by x, and this by x plus 6 divided by x plus 6. Okay, now they have the same denominator. Now we can start simplifying. X times 7 is 7x divided by x times x plus 6 minus, we need to go ahead and FOIL this, 6 times x is 6x, 6 times 6 is 36, negative x times x is minus x squared, negative x times 6 is minus 6x, divided by x times x plus 6. Now, the 6x minus 6x cancels. We now have the same denominator, so we can combine the numerators. So that's 7x. We need to multiply everything in the parentheses by negative 1. So negative 1 times 36 is minus 36. And negative 1 times x squared is plus x squared. Divided by x times x plus 6. Now, we need to reorder this as x squared plus 7x minus 36 divided by x times x plus 6. Okay. So now let's try to factor the numerator. So we know 2 parentheses divided by x times x plus 6 we know x and x makes x squared. Now we need to figure out what numbers multiply to give you negative 36 combined to be 7. Since the middle number is positive, the bigger number is positive. So negative 1 times 36 is negative 36. Negative 1 plus 36 is 35. That doesn't work. Negative 2 times 18 is negative 36. Negative 2 plus 18 is 16. That doesn't work. I believe negative 3 times 12 is negative 36. Negative 3 plus 12 is 9. We're getting closer to that 7, but we're not there yet. Let's try negative 4. Negative 4 times 9 is negative 36. Negative 4 plus 9 is 5. We've passed the 7, so this isn't factorable. So we just leave it as x squared plus 7x minus 36 divided by x times x plus 6. Now, to find the excluded values, we set x equal to 0, x plus 6 equal to 0, subtract 6 from both sides, x equals negative 6. All right, go ahead and finish up example 4. Start working on your assignment and have a wonderful Wildcat day.